Thanks to Best Festa for sponsoring this video. At the ripe old age of 26, the urge for retirement has never been stronger. So strong that I've been invited to review the real estates available in the Elder Scrolls Online. But as you know, the real estate available in the Elder Scrolls Online is very, very big. And if I had to review all of the location available, we will be here for a very, very long time. So let's just do 3 locations from 3 factions. So the Elder Scrolls Online is set during Second Era, during this year, where 3 big alliances are basically fighting each other for the throne. We have the Altmerry Dominion, comprising of Fancy Elf, Wild Elves, and Cat People. And then we have the Daggerfell Covenant, comprising of Knights, Orcs, and Pirates. And then we have the Ebonheart Pact. We have Angry Dark Elves, Lizard Folk, and the Nords. Okay. Let's start off with the Altmerry Dominion, shall we? First up, we have Kafi Roost. The first location I was dropped off by the Prophet. Yes, and before you ask, I did play a High Elf. Predictable? Maybe. Kafi Roost has pristine beaches, clear turquoise waters, and I've always wanted a beachfront property. Sure, there are a couple of pirates to worry about, but look at the architecture! It's so nice! It's really giving Bali, and I love Bali. Not to mention the neighbors. The neighbors are furry and cute and super duper chill, if you catch my drift. And I am no furry, but
Razumdar is here on a mission of some delicacy.
Oof. So I'm gonna give it an S tier. And now we move on to the land of the High Elves, Ardan. Now if you like Kafi's Roost, you'll love Ardan. It's like a coastal town with class. And the nature of this place, there are so many flowers and plants here that it might as well be a botanical garden. Though the place can be a little crowded sometimes. Just a little crowded.
You, finally awake.
Also, fun fact, I accidentally killed an NPC here because they thought I was stealing poisoned meat when I really was on a quest. So yeah, that happened. And I thought I pretty much messed up the whole playthrough because like the guards kept attacking me wherever I went. But eventually I figured the whole bail system. Only a couple hundred gold for a life. Now that's a deal. Yeah, so there's a bit of political instability as the queen is ascending her throne. So safety is a big concern for me as I retire. So we're gonna give this a B tier. Next we have Grantwood. Let me tell you, the moment I stepped onto Grantwood, I was super amazed. The capital city, Eldenroot, is like inside a massive tree. Like, how cool is that? And just look at the nature here. I think it's really important to be surrounded by nature. It's good for the mental health, you know, especially in like your old age. Though like the Green Pact is a bit concerning. If I'm forced to follow that, we might have a bit of an issue. What do you mean I cannot eat anything made out of plants? I like a little lettuce in my hamburger, and like what the hell? You cannot take potatoes from me. I love potatoes. What do you mean? No, I cannot live without fries. That, and I would also like to stay in a non-hamburger shape should I accidentally commit a crime again. And also, in the back of Grantwood, every single ruin is pretty much cursed or filled with ghosts or cultists. It's just enemies everywhere, so there's not really any alternative housing if I do not want to follow the Green Pact. So it's either my safety or having to endure a meat-based diet flatulence. So, I mean, I can think of worse fates, so maybe a B tier. I just can't believe that I'm choosing safety over potato chips. Now let's move on to the Dagger Covenant. Stroh's Mackay, no snow, no fog, just endless blue skies and warm sand. Just look at that view. Like, I can totally see it now. A stone cottage overlooking the bay or the river. The weather might be slightly concerning because I've been to Egypt during winter and it was nice. It was really nice, cooling, enjoyable. And then a local told me, oh yes, in the summer it gets up to 40 degrees. 40 degrees. I'm not sure if Tamriel has 4 seasons, but I would prefer if the soles of my shoes not be melting off my feet. C tier. Moving on to Bleak, also known as Ork Island. Oceans, mountains, you get the best of both worlds. Yes, the place does not have a lot of facilities. You cannot go to the spa on Sunday, so it might be a little boring, but isn't that what retirement is for? I can really see myself reading books here. And maybe, just maybe, I will even pick up iron forging as a hobby. Yes, it is a warrior society, so that would make them a little less tolerant to like nonsense and stupidity. So I have to be careful, real careful. But tell me this, which fantasy lover has never had the idea about having an orc girlfriend or orc boyfriend? Tell me you have never thought of it before. Go on, I'll wait. You liar. A tier. Moving on to the last location in the Dagger Covenant. Galumbra. So gothic, so chic. Misty woods and crumbling castles. It's like Britain, but like in the Middle Ages. Just one issue. Everything is really cursed or possessed, which is great, but like I know a couple of Victorian goths who would gladly stay at Galumbra, but that's not me. Because when I say I'm an introvert, that includes living and the dead. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm gonna have to give it a D tier. So it was around this part where I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be such a wuss and just finish the whole main story. So I did. So that's the story about how I ended up in the Alburn Heart Pact. And let's just say my mount was less than pleased. So you could say I'm more than familiar with the worm cult, which is exciting because heary, the worm cult returns. Experience the sequel to the story that started it all. Big server-wide event in part 2. New zone, tropical island of solstice. Bosses, 12 player trials. Subclassing, it's free with 3000 combos. So click the link to play the Elder Scrolls Online season of the Worm Cult Part 1 today. Bleak Rock Isle. I mean, the place looks cozy. It's giving Christmas, but it also looks very cold, like unreasonably cold. So what are like the food options here? Because I'm pretty sure it's just fish, maybe a bit of goat, but that's it. That's all you get to eat here. Not to mention the neighbors. The Nords can be a bit standoffish. Who can blame them? If I was in this weather, I would be standoffish too. Correction, I think I would hate everyone in this weather. Let's not forget about the invaders, alright? Like, you get to resolve conflict in every faction, in every location you land in. But if I were to retire in Bleak Rock, I would have barely had time to put down my things. And oops, invaders are here. And now I need to evacuate and rescue people, which is not ideal. Great, just great. F tier. I hate the cold. Now we move away from the cold to somewhere warmer. Balfoian. It's giving mushroom volcanic farmland. The view is amazing, don't get me wrong, but the architecture could be better. Not to mention the neighbors. Oh, goodness gracious, the neighbors. The damage can be a bit intimidating. A bit. Also, the pets freak me out. You can only imagine what the wildlife does to me. So, C tier. Moving on to Stonefalls. So, it's really giving mushroom volcanic town. I mean, the architecture is a lot better, but still a little chaotic for retirement, don't you think? A little too ashy and too much chaos. I don't want to deal with your conflict or anything. I just want to chill and relax in my retirement home. So, D tier. In conclusion, Tamriel is a land of diverse climate and people. Some are obviously better than others, but I might be biased. But at the end of the day, every location has its own perks and suited for different kinds of people. But the one thing everyone can agree on is
Shut up, son.
with that, taters,